After 50 years of independence and with the new forms of county governance, Marsabit is still classified among the less developed regions in Kenya. It is located at the northern region of Kenya bordering Ethiopia. According to the 2009 national census, Marsabit County has a population of 291,166 people, 52% being male and 48% female. About 80% of the population are nomadic pastoralists, 10% small-scale farmers, 7% business people, and 3% salaried employees. The four main ethnic groups in this region are Gabra, Rendile, Samburu, and Borana, all nomadic pastoralists. Despite being the largest county in Kenya, it is one of the poorest. The main causes of poverty in this region are inadequate water supply, frequent severe droughts, low agricultural production due to harsh climatic conditions, lack of reliable market for livestock products, dependency on relief food, lack of employment opportunities, illiteracy, poor infrastructure, and insecurity. Different organizations, including church congregations, have come to this region to help eradicate poverty, illiteracy, and to contribute towards social development. Salesians of Don Bosco is one of the congregations that have a presence in this region. It is a Catholic religious congregation which was founded in Turin, Italy. It is present in 132 countries. It focuses on helping the needy young people in the society. Here in Kenya, they have 11 communities. Don Bosco Catholic Mission Korr is one of the first communities they started in Kenya. It lies in the heart of Kaisut Desert in Marsabit County. Korr is about 600 kilometers from Nairobi. The area is located in the rocky, arid terrain that characterizes the northern region of Kenya. Throughout the year, Korr experiences dry spells, which are accompanied by hot, dusty weather, with rainfall being less than 700 millimeters per annum. In 1972, the missionary presence began in Korr with Father Redento, a Fidei Donum missionary from Italy working in Marsabit Diocese. The Salesians of Don Bosco from India arrived in Kenya on October 6, 1980. The mission of Korr was officially handed over to them on May 24, 1981. This was the first Salesian work started by them in Kenya. The pioneers of this presence were Father Matthew Wadaseri, Father George Padinyare Parambil, and Father Thomas Punchakunel. With them, the Catholic mission of Korr became a parish. The late Father George worked here for many years. His hard work made Korr what it is today. Other directors who have worked here are Father Luke Mulayinkal, Father Hubert Pinto, Father John Mwangi, and the current director, Father Samuel Mwangi. In the early days, the challenges here were immense.
I must say distances were a great challenge for us. 600 kilometers from Nairobi, far into the north, was like 600 years behind time. We were surprised to see people living in very bare necessities, even lack of real necessities like water, rice, even food. People dependent entirely upon animals, which was a big challenge for us to face. And then, of course, communication was a big challenge. We are landed in Korr as if in the middle of nowhere. Postal services was 250 kilometers away. We had to go all the way to Isiolo to get our post. And food and fuel, we had to go as far as even Nanyuki, that's about 400 kilometers away, where we had the diocesan procure center. Of course, we were more or less prepared for these challenges. But what we probably could not understand was the people's expectations. They expected missionaries to come with many things free food, free clothes and all the rest. And to our big surprise, when we started our mission, there were over 34 people drawing salary for doing no work at all. So it was a big challenge to make them understand that was not possible.
The desert weather was something the Salesians had to get used to. More importantly, accepting loneliness because of the limited contacts they could have with other Salesians, friends, and even family.
The climate was terrible. I must say we didn't expect such a heat. After 12 till about 3:30, 4 o'clock, we just really could not go out because of the intense heat. And our residence was only a kind of a wooden shack which the bishop had prepared for us. It was very, very temporary. It was actually protected from almost nothing. All the dust, all the animals, all the creatures would come in through this temporary shelter. But gradually we got used to it and we were able to build our own houses gradually.
The Salesians faced these realities with exemplary missionary zeal and set themselves with a task on hand with great generosity. After 1 year of their presence in Korr, they built a dispensary and brought to reality the long-awaited dream of the residents of Korr. Till today, the dispensary remains the only health care center in the whole of Korr and the surrounding villages. They offer mobile clinics for the villagers who cannot make it to the dispensary. In the same year, a nursery school was started in Ngurunit, one of the outstations of Korr. In May 1986, the dream of the Salesians was realized when the newly constructed church was blessed by the then Bishop of Marsabit, Bishop Ambrose Ravasi. The Salesians continued to expand their mission, and in 1989, a new church in Ngurunit was opened. Within the years, the mission has developed, and today it has 2 outstations, Ngurunit and Lengima. The residents here value their traditions very much, but through the work of the missionaries, they have learned the importance of education and have allowed their children to attend school. There are 8 primary schools in Korr which the Salesians sponsor. They have also built hostels for both girls and boys who study at Korr Primary School. Through education, many girls are saved from early marriages and female genital mutilation, while the boys are rescued from looking after the livestock. The children also get holistic and moral education.
Nyumbani tupati saa za kusoma, tupati vyakula vizuri. Nimekuja hapa Don Bosco kusoma ili niboreshe maisha yangu na niwasaidie wazazi wangu. Pia kwa hapa tunapata nafasi ya kujisaidia kwa maisha ya kiroho.
Nimekuja hapa kwa sababu ya kusoma ili kupata maarifa mengi kwa maisha yangu. Kwa Don Bosco kila siku tunasali rosari, Jumapili tunaingia kanisa. Na wao wanatupatia chakula nzuri na malezi bora.
Here is really a challenge for the girl child education. And you find that even at the age of 14 or 15, a girl is given to marry to an old mzee. And also remember, also this is FGM, that is circumcision for girls. And sometimes it's very painful. You find that if a girl, she become expectant, and then they realize that she's not circumcised. They say even before she delivers, even if there are some 2 to 3 months remaining, she has to go under circumcisions.
Apart from the dispensary and school projects, the Salesians also provide religious education, relief food services, and water. In the mission of Korr, there are the Nirmaladasi sisters who assist the Salesians in running various programs in the mission.
One sister is working the dispensary. There's also another sister who is taking care of the nursery school. Also another sister who is taking care of the apostolate. She's teaching catechism and also visiting the Jumuias. And she's also taking care of the CWS, Catholic Women Association. Also the sister, they're in charge of the boarding, the girls who are seeing the boarding. So we are grateful for the work the sisters they are doing here. Without them, I don't know how much we ourselves here as the Salesian, we could have gone.
To expose the culture of the communities here, the Salesians opened a Rendile Cultural Museum where Rendile artifacts are displayed. Through this mission, many people have succeeded in life.
When I was a young boy, I used to be a herder, help my father in taking care of the animals. But when the Salesian Mission came, they started a school known as Korr Primary School, and I was interested to come to school. But it was difficult for me to come to school because nobody was taking care of our livestock. Through area chiefs, I was rescued and brought to school through the help of fathers like Father George.
The successes in my life that I will not forget, Salesians of Don Bosco, through the help of God, of course, they have become my supporters in life. I'm also very proud to be a head teacher of Faith Primary School, Korr, of which I never expected to be there at this moment.
Even after 30 years of their presence here, the Salesians still face a lot of challenges in bringing development to the people.
The distance of places where we go to administer sacraments. At the moment, the nearest station where we go is 25 kilometers, that is in Nomadic. The farthest is Mbagas, is on the hillside, it's about 65 kilometers. The other challenges that we also get is the language. For example, like myself, when I'm here, I cannot speak Redire or Samburu. So I need somebody to translate when I'm giving the sermon or when I'm visiting the Jumuias. The place is very hot, especially when the dry season is very hot. So working is also difficult. You work from morning up to maybe 11. After 11, up to 3 in the afternoon, you can do nothing. The way of the people, they stay. Sometimes you find they have to walk for a long distance because sometimes there's no communications. In fact, for us here, if you have the breakdown of the car and you are very far, you have to walk because sometimes you don't even need anybody to come to assist you. Another challenge is also we have is the food, because the place is very dry. The people depend on animals, and sometimes the animals go in the pasture far away from here, from their manyatas. They depend on the food. Sometimes if the Salesians, we are given when we get some sponsors to buy food for them. Sometimes the government give some relief food, but very little to particular group, not all.
They hope to expand the dispensary where it can serve more patients and also be able to offer more services.
We want to advance our dispensary so that we can add the maternity wing also some are impatient. We also need to focus more on how to catechize. We'd also to like maybe to improve more, maybe on the side of education.
I really appreciate the Salesians of Don Bosco, particularly in evangelization and bringing education to the people. They have brought service close to the people, and many people now in the community have embraced education, and the children are now schooling, unlike previously, where education was only meant for few boys, and most marginalized were girls.